What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestle House. I'm Ryan.
And I'm Logan.
And we've been away again for quite some time, but life gets in the way. This isn't our real job. I moved to a new area. Logan was sick. Logan went on vacation, I believe in that order, right?
Yes, sick then vacation.
Okay, great. So you spread your germs out to people in a random location. Good job.
Yeah, I brought him to the ocean, and then
Oh, you were the
diarrhea virus is going on right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the hantavirus on the boat, you asshole.
I am. That's my gimmick. That's me. I'm the hantavirus. My luchador. That'd be a fire luchador gimmick.
No, it wouldn't.
Write that down.
No, it wouldn't.
I'm patenting that. No one take that.
Patent pending, so you can still get it first before him.
No.
With that out of the way, let's get a quick rundown of the episode. Today, we are taking a look. We are going retro. We are going back in time to 2019, and we are looking at the first episode of AEW Dynamite, which was in Washington, D.C. And Logan, I believe you have the date for it written down, right?
Yes, the October 2nd, 2019 episode of Dynamite.
Yep, the inaugural episode, which was originally on TNT for the longest time. And we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to give a rundown of the episode, give our thoughts, unfiltered, filtered, whatever. And then after that, time permitting, we are going to do a little bit of brain rot booking. But with all that out of the way, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up to date on all things Wrestle House. And if you aren't subscribed to Wrestle House, why the fuck not?
I see you, Chris. Subscribe.
Yeah.
I know you haven't yet, and I know you're watching. Subscribe.
Yeah, exactly. And now that Chris is subscribed, we can officially throw to the intro. All right, guys, after that beautiful intro, which, if you haven't subscribed, like I said, you better after that intro because I worked really hard on it. We are taking a look, as I said at the top of the episode, we are taking a look at AEW Dynamite from October 2nd, 2019, and this is the first edition of Going Retro. This is where me and Logan review an old show or match, and for the inaugural episode of Going Retro, what better way than to do the inaugural episode of AEW Dynamite? So Logan, I'm going to kick it to you. Go ahead. What was your first note that you wrote down for this Dynamite? I'm dying to know what the first note is.
So just a full transparency, I wrote about half of these notes. I'll let you guys, I know when I wrote the first half, so I'll keep that in mind, and I'll let you know. The second half, I wrote today. So some of these are going to be a bit confusing, because the first half was like a month ago. So the episode kicks off with the commentary team running down the show. It is with good old JR. A very weird Excalibur. I don't know if it was just the jitters or what, but he was very off this show. Not very like the usual quality I expect of Excalibur on a Dynamite. I don't know, did you get that any or?
Yeah. I have a different note on a different commentator.
Okay. Oh, I also have one of third man Tony Schiavone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's the same note. Maybe we did that. The only thing I have written down for this first part is that Tony loved touching JR.
Yeah. Okay. So I noticed that, but I didn't write it down. What interested me was that Tony Schiavone is in the 2000s era of WCW now in AEW. Like here in 2019, I could tell he kind of gave a shit.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, this is fun. I'm back in wrestling. I'm back on TNT. This is fucking cool. Now it feels like, oh, God, another collision that I got to call with this British fucker, Nigel. Or, another Dynamite where I got to sit there with Taz and Excalibur. Or fucking, who else is on commentary these days on Dynamite? I guess Danielson.
I was going to say the Ring of Honor guy. What's his name?
Not
Caprice Coleman. Who's the other guy? Riccaboni.
Yeah, Riccaboni occasionally will be on Dynamite. Like, Schiavone seems so out of it today than when he did in 2019. Like nowadays, I feel like he's the JR insert. Like
Yeah, which
he's
is weird. I feel like JR was also really good on this show too. It was weird
yeah,
to see Excalibur be
be
the
the
weak one.
yeah. Well, I think it's right. I think the jitters have a lot to do with it. Like he's just like first time on a major network. If you look up PWG files Excalibur, you're gonna find some crazy stuff, and then maybe you understand why he probably shouldn't be on live TV as much.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about, right? The
Yeah.
okay. Um,
Mhm.
yeah. So like I don't know. I agree. The commentary definitely got improved over the next couple of years, but
Mhm.
yeah, Shivani was really touchy with JR. I think he was just happy to see
Yeah.
JR. Like it
It was
probably the
so
first time they saw each other, like in a minute. So
yeah, made me uncomfortable almost with how much he was touching him. It was like,
mm,
you know,
HR complaint,
yeah,
HR
hey
complaint waiting to
Shivani.
happen.
Yeah, actually. But yeah, so commentary goes straight into a hype package for the first match of the night. We cut to Cody running out his house in a Penn State jacket. That was
Mm.
odd. Not a Georgia Bulldogs guy.
He went to
Penn
Penn,
State
didn't
here is
he?
definitely. Did he go to Penn? I didn't know Cody went to college.
He did go to college. Rude. He was a wrestling. He
Doesn't
was
seem
NC.
like it.
He was NCAA. Well, yeah. Uh, hanging out with RFK will do that to you.
You look it up while I run down the rest of this hype package.
Go ahead.
Um, just some other notable things. Cody sits down with JR. Um, let's see. We also cut to Sammy in a panda hat. I forgot about Panda Sammy. And that's gonna be a thing for a lot of this episode. Is things seeming very uncanny, like there's remnants of what will be very iconic things for AEW in this show, but they're not there yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Panda Hat Sammy is definitely one of those things. Um, also, Sammy is also so incredibly corny. Um,
Oh, still
like
is. Still is
they
today.
true, but this was like they really should not have given wrestlers this much creative control.
Oh, for
Um,
sure. I agree.
because some people really thought that they were cooking with what they had. Sammy Guevara sitting in front of his pop wall was not one of them.
I forgot about the pop wall or
Yeah.
the cue card promos during picture in picture when
Oh,
that was his gimmick
so
for a
funny.
while. Those were rough. Um, so I feel like you're missing a crucial note here.
Okay.
The powder explosion era of Dynamite is the best era of
Oh,
Dynamite.
yeah.
It's so good, dude. It's the whole reason NXT was taken over by Vince, and Vince was like, "Oh, put the paint splatter on the canvas now!" Like, it was
Yeah.
it. The colors popped. The explosions on the intro were cool. I like what they
Hmm.
do now, you know, and it's fine now. It's just not like the same thing. Like, no two match graphics were the same color. Like they had a wide variety of shit that they could use, and it worked
Yeah.
well.
Mhm.
So that was my first initial note, was just I miss the powder explosion theme and graphics, and I miss the OG like theme for Dynamite. It made
Yeah.
sense. It was literally created for the show, you know.
Dynamite. Yeah. No, that
So
shit was pretty good. What do they use now?
I don't know. For a while they were using I know for Collision had Saturday Nights All Right for a Fight by Elton John.
Yeah.
Um Honestly, they don't do the fucking intro.
It just
Re-
goes straight into thing.
I swear I'm gonna watch Dynamite tomorrow to find out, but I swear they've been doing like just recaps, or they just cut in and you hear Excalibur say, "It's Wednesday, you know what that means. It's AEW Dynamite
Wow.
live on TBS."
That's so interesting. I wonder if it's because of how much
They do
talent like
well
fluctuates from top to bottom. Like
that, and I
no
feel
one
like
person kind of stays in their spot.
yeah, I feel like that, and like they also like they get the overrun nowadays. Like here, it was strict 10 o'clock, you're out.
Oh, yeah.
Now
Mhm.
they get like an extra 15, maybe even 20 minutes on the show sometimes. And it's like,
Mhm.
okay, we got to maximize that the best we can.
Well,
Cut the intro.
there's a lot of segments were running long in this.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, yeah. So we go to our first match. we first get Cody's entrance with the Cody Vader.
OG Cody Vader!
With Brandy. A
Boo!
weird Cody Rhodes wearing a Ricky Saints style vest. Also odd.
Yes.
And then this happens again later in the show, but what's the name of this theme song? I'm blanking on it.
Cody's Kingdom?
Kingdom, yeah, but with no whoa from the crowd. That was so like.
Oh, it was weird. I have that written down too. It was very weird.
Yeah, which like if you think about it, that doesn't start until like his WWE run. So it's like.
Well, because in WWE you have to have a catchphrase or you're not getting over.
Yeah, like it's
yeet.
That was so weird. And low-key, not only the Ricky Saints style vest, but just awful gear from Cody in general today.
Yes.
Silver pants with a crotch outline, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Weight belt and then red boots, whole bedazzled.
Something about the weight belt. You mentioned the weight belt. I don't know if you noticed this. That thing was riding up on his stomach the entire match. And then I understood at a certain point why he started ripping it off and throwing it in the crowd. Because it probably got uncomfortable. It probably scratched and scraped up his stomach so often. Why wear it? Like now in WWE, he takes it off in the entrance and he gives it to a fan or whatever. But like, why were you wrestling in this fucking thing to begin with?
Anyway, yeah, no, I was just Cody's not really a body guy. Like,
no,
we're not like. That's so weird. Like, if I were to give someone a weight belt, it would be like Brian Cage, not like fucking Noodle Arms Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sammy Guevara comes out again, full panda gimmick, panda head. They call him the best ever.
That's a stretch.
I guess that's what he was working with before he became the Spanish God.
Same theme song though, the Sammy Guevara.
Yeah, no, he's had that for so long. Sammy Guevara. Dude, that shit is so ass. That gives such like
Def Rebel NXT shit. Like, dude, it fits perfectly in NXT.
It was made for him, but like, God, dude, like that screams early AEW. That should have been gone. Like, I'm talking like 4 years ago, probably at this point. Like, oh my God, the fact that he still uses it is crazy.
If I'm Sammy Guevara and I look at the other three pillars. Like, MJF gets, like, the cool orchestral version of his theme song for big entrances. Darby has his own, like, friend or bandmates, whatever, like, do I Fell, you know, like, he's friends with that band. And then Jack Perry has fucking Tarzan Boy. Yeah. Like, he gets a fucking licensed song. If I'm Sammy Guevara, I realize where I am on the pecking order of the four pillars. And that's the bottom.
Sammy Guevara also coming out in trunks with loop belt, or like he has belt loops, but he has no belt on.
I noticed that. Yep.
Also confusing. But anyway, yes, so bell rings. Cody immediately does a forward roll. Yeah, for whatever reason, I guess he's really hype.
He just watched Swerve Strickland wrestle for the first time, and he was like, "Oh fuck, that's cool as shit."
Forward roll real quick. Sammy into a headlock. Sammy is sent off the ropes. Cody drop down leapfrog. Yeah.
Good little opening sequence.
Well, Cody does a backwards roll, which I don't know if besides from this sequence I've ever seen Cody do that. Sammy just nearly botches a front flip through Cody's legs.
Yes, I wrote that down too.
Then Sammy, I have it written here. Sammy does a rolling something, and then Cody leaves.
Oh, okay. So I called that a reverse rolling thunder.
Oh, okay, that's the rolling something. Okay, yeah.
I feel like that made the most sense, right? That's what RVD did.
Oh, no, that's later. I have no idea. Yeah, no, I have the reverse rolling thunder. I have no idea what Cody powders for in this beginning half. The rolling something.
I'll have to go back and look at it.
So Cody flees and he goes in. He tries rolling back into the ring, but Sammy kind of does his little spin pose. Low key, I felt the aura a little bit. I'm gonna keep it real.
Shut the fuck up.
I could for a glint, like for a second, I was like, oh, okay, like I could kind of see why they thought something here. So they go grappling. Cody off the ropes. Sammy does his little leapfrog sequence where he does the reverse leapfrog over the thing, and then obviously the Sammy drop kick into the kip up. That's textbook Sammy right there. And then he does the reverse rolling thunder, which I don't think stays for very long in his arsenal.
I swear that was the only time I've ever seen him do it.
Yeah, no, I can see why, because it just looked off. After this, through a little exchange, JR says Aubrey is the highest rated official in AEW. Thought that was interesting.
When Earl Hebner was on the payroll for this first episode of Dynamite.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Let's see. So short exchange. Cody takes control. Figure 4. In this, Excalibur says Sammy Guevara is a prolific vlogger, and the Panda Head. Figure 4. And that's where he cuts himself off. So Tony refers to JR as Jimmy, and asks if he has ever vlogged. Yeah.
You could tell you could tell Tony Khan was just like, go have fun, guys. Just
go out there and do stuff. Calling JR Jimmy is crazy.
Good old Jimmy Ross. He's wagging his finger. He's walking down. He's coming down. Oh hell, I'm a raise hell. Good old JR's barbecue. He plugged his barbecue sauce at some point on the show too. I'm pretty sure. Because they said like you can follow AEW on Twitter at AEW on TV, and then he's like, oh, good old JR's barbecue, like. Gotta get his shit in, dude. Goodness. Gotta get his shit in. That's fucking hilarious. Fucking ultimate corny move by JR, I swear.
Cody hits a stunning gourd buster to Sammy. Sammy kicks out at 1. Cody then licks his lips, does a weird squat, stands up, and then drops into doing push-ups.
Oh, I know. Great push-up form, though. Absolutely stellar push-up form.
This sequence by Cody, I don't know what he was on for this episode. Maybe he was nervous. He was off of a perk as well. Fucking like licks lips, does that like I don't know what the squat was. Like I haven't watched the beginning part of this episode for like a month now. It's like in my brain of bro hitting like a weird deep squat.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he went down. Then he stood back up, then to go back down into push-ups. So, yeah, body guy Cody, I guess. I don't know.
He was just doing anything to pop the crowd. Like, let's be honest. He was like, what can I do to get the crowd to cheer a little for me? Oh, push-ups. Okay.
Yeah, let me do some push-ups. Sammy tries getting the advantage with a hook kick, but Cody hits a Cody cutter, but before it was named that, just a middle rope cutter.
Oh, notice how the crowd popped for the Cody cutter? Like, it was an actual move of impact back then. Like, because not everybody and their fucking grandmother on the independent scene was doing a springboard cutter. You know, like, that's what I have written down here is, where is it? I have written down, Cody hit a Cody cutter, got a big pop from the crowd, which surprises me because everybody does that shit now. And then the next note is how Sammy also hit a springboard cutter.
Yeah, he hits a falling springboard cutter from the corner.
But his was cooler. Infinitely cooler.
Yeah, no, definitely. Who, Cody or Sammy?
Sammy's.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I thought that falling cutter was like he didn't really jump into it. He kind of like, I don't know. Yeah, no, I agree. It was a really cool like cutter. Sammy hits a cool looking combo in the corner, but Cody pump kicks him off the apron during Sammy's taunt. Excalibur says, Sammy Guevara, always misbehaving. The kind of kid that would run through the house with a pickle in his mouth.
I didn't catch that. What is that supposed to mean?
I have no idea what Excalibur is talking about.
Bro, I'm so glad you listened to commentary because I was watching the matches, man. I was watching the wrestling.
I wrote 5 question marks after that. Oh my god.
Excalibur said that?
On the outside. Yeah, this was Excalibur.
That's fucking weird. Okay.
God, yeah. Cody dives to the outside. Sammy pulls Brandy in the way. Hell yeah. I didn't think that was gonna. I don't remember that. that was pretty cool.
That popped me huge.
Um,
You know what else
let's
popped me
see.
huge? Because at that point, I noticed that a specific duo was in the front row for this show. Probably the most high profile celebrities at AEW Dynamite. Well, probably actors.
Are you
It
talking about the ones that got a whole segment like in the middle of
Jay and
the
Silent
episode?
Bob, Kevin Smith and Jason
Yeah.
Mewes. So
Mm-hmm.
for our stoner community out there, they'll know who Jay and Silent Bob are, right? Do you know who Jay and Silent Bob are? Do you
Yes, I know
know?
who Jay and Silent Bob are. The fuck?
I don't know if you've seen the movie or not. You don't seem like the type that would watch Jay and Silent Bob.
Clerks and Dogma
Well,
and
Clerks and Dogma, yeah, but Jay and Silent Bob are Jay and Silent
I
Bob.
know
Like they're
Jay and
their
Silent
own.
Bob.
They're their own thing.
My dad takes me every time we go up to Jersey. My dad always takes me to Red Bank to go to the secret stash.
Oh,
I know
cool.
ball.
All
I know
right,
ball.
okay. EBK. All
Yeah,
right, I'll chill. I'll chill.
I know.
So I apologize. I wasn't familiar with your game.
Which I'll bring this up when we get to that segment. But it's weird that they shouted out the movie for what role Jericho actually plays in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
So we'll get to that in a minute, but
yeah. We'll get to that. Um. So yeah. Crowd calls Sammy an asshole for pulling Brandy in the way. JR says that Sammy is a um they call him an asshole. JR calls Sammy a proctologist nightmare. Uh,
okay, I remember that one.
um let's see. Cody goes back into the ring. Sammy misses 2 moonsaults in a row, but then hits a running shooting star. Um Brandy hits Sammy with a heel to the head. Disaster kick. Sammy kicks out at 2. Cody puts Sammy on top of the rope and then hits a avalanche reverse suplex. Sammy kicks out at 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Cody goes for the vertebreaker, but he gets out of it. Then Cody stumbles up to the top rope. No, what the fuck is this? I wrote strambles. I don't know what. Scrambles. That was supposed to be the word. Thank you, autocorrect. Appreciate it. Cody scrambles to the top rope, but Sammy hits a crazy vertical jump, then hits a Spanish fly for 2. Then Sammy goes up to the top. Cody gets his knees up for a Sammy shooting star press, inside cradle, and that's it. That's the match. Ending your first match with a
roll up.
roll up on Sammy Guevara is definitely an interesting way to.
That's
to
what
go
I had
about
written
it.
down. That's what I had written down. I was like, Cody won via roll up. Why the fuck was this the choice? Like,
Yeah.
you're supposed to build. First of all, I understand the idea. Like, you don't want to fucking completely bury the young talent in Sammy, right? I get that aspect of it, but also it's Cody Rhodes. He's about to challenge Jericho at Revolution for the title. He needs an
Mhm.
emphatic victory, which he probably got like the next week on the October 9th episode or something like that. I'd have to look into that. But like, because then Jericho comes out. I'll take the post match seg here. Jericho comes out, attacks Cody, and kind of completely ignores Sammy Guevara.
Yeah.
Um, and just pummels Cody. I believe hits Cody with the belt once. Hits a Judas effect on Cody. Hits a couple code breakers. Right,
Oh,
like
I have a funny note here.
go ahead,
Um,
go ahead.
Cody hits a code breaker. We cut to commercial. We come back from commercial. Another code breaker.
Yep.
The immediate next thing that happened. I thought
Yeah.
that was so funny.
That is one thing I want to bring up is you could tell that they didn't have a good idea for what needed to be done in commercial breaks or
Yeah.
when commercial breaks should happen, which I guess maybe
Mhm.
isn't up to them necessarily. It's up to like the TV network, but even still, like it was like
Yeah.
later on Riho and Nyla's match, they do their entrances and then they cut to commercial, come
Yeah, and
back
then intros.
and then intros and the match starts. It's like
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird.
a normal wrestling show would have had the match start for a few minutes and then cut to commercial and picture.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
they definitely working
Um,
out the kinks there, but
mhm.
I mean, I'll say like Jericho may have been a little thicker at this time. But
Yeah,
at least he wasn't like an energy vampire. Like he came out, he did his thing, and then he left, and then came back for the main event. He didn't really overstay his welcome too much. Like it didn't feel. I don't think so. At least it didn't feel drawn
I
out.
have this written down. This segment goes for so long. The
Ex-
post-match beatdown. Um, like which I get it. Like Jericho is kind of your guy here. Like especially like in your small your
hmm
very small culture that's building.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of the bubbly, so popular. They
hmm
were really like doubling down on that, and the fans very like there was "Thank you Jericho" chants going as he's beating the shit out of Cody.
Yeah, you could
Um,
tell the crowd was already not with Cody fully at this point, and this is day
yeah.
one of Dynamite.
hmm
So,
Here's my question, and just after this match, because I actually thought the match itself was very good.
mhm.
Um, I could see why AEW thought Sammy was a pillar. Like he was really good this match. Like honestly, I think all of his notes were hitting on the spot. Um, and I've written down here, how the fuck did Sammy not work in AEW? My genuine answer is I think you gave him creative control.
Mhm. Mhm.
You let him pitch his weird, not his not weird, but like very like in the moment. Like you didn't give him a character. You said, "Oh, you like pandas? You've been doing this on the indies? Yeah, sure. Do it on television."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, you vlog? That's like what you're known for doing like indie work. That's how you got like your kind of your cult following on the indies. Sure, you can be a vlogger in AEW. That can be your gimmick. That's not, and
And
it ages so poorly with time.
yeah,
Um,
but I think the bigger thing with that is like look at who was EVPs of the company. Look at who still are EVPs of the company. I mean, AEW got its name because of being the elite.
yeah.
Like, I mean,
hmm
they were prolific vloggers for New Japan if you want to cut down to brass tacks,
True.
So and PWG to an extent, like and Ring of Honor, I guess. So,
It's just it's so rough. Like if you just were to let Sammy, if you just had someone do all the booking for Sammy and said, don't vlog your life and don't get these people connected to you in any way because they're gonna realize that you're not that great of a person.
mhm. Mhm.
Like, yeah, it sucks. Because like, honestly, like I really, if I would have watched this, I would have put so many Sammy stocks in.
Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah, for sure. I
but
mean, I think back in 2019, I that match did kind of sell me on Sammy a little. I was like, okay, because
yeah,
I didn't really know much about him up until that point. I had seen his stuff in AEW, like at Double or Nothing or Fight for the Fallen or whatever. Like I had seen a little bit of it, from there, and I was like, okay, not terrible. And then he did the Dynamite, and I was like, all right, good match, good match. But looking back on it, hindsight being what it is, yeah, don't let that motherfucker near the creative room ever.
yeah.
You know. Speaking of people that shouldn't be allowed in the creative room, we have the
Ooh,
next match
dude.
on the
Oh
card.
my God. Okay, so
Brandon Cutler of Dungeons and Dragons fame versus MJF. And my first note I have here is Nepo hire Brandon Cutler sucked all the energy out of the arena.
yeah, yeah, I have. Oh God, it's Brandon Cutler, D&D gimmick, and then there was no graphic for this match either. So then my next note is, oh my God, it's MJF. Like that shit. Which MJF with a very long intro to his song.
Yes.
Like they cut out a lot of the fluff, I guess later on. Very long intro to get to the bits. And I don't know if you picked this up, but it's the same with Pac later in the night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Very long intro for that song too. Um, but yeah, MJF cuts off his own music. I
Yeah,
have a
he
note here. Tonight, you losers get the distinct honor to watch a star be born. Yeah, no, definitely. Like that was him calling his own future right there.
that was him
Um,
pointing at the outfield like Babe Ruth. He's like, I'm shooting my shot, you know?
yeah, and there's a lot of stars that if they were to say that tonight, it would have been such a funny line. But like this is one of the only people who on this show tonight. Yeah, no, I mean 100%.
hmm Would you
Absolutely.
would you say not Sammy, sorry. Would you say MJF is the same exact person here as he is now? I wouldn't say much has changed. He's
I
evolved a
would
little.
say,
He's gotten like
yeah,
nicer.
I was gonna say it's like an evolution. Like, I mean, he's kind of always been doing this bit, but it's like trying to think of like a good way. I'm trying to look around my room because I'm like, what can I use as like an example here? But like almost like a Pokemon evolutionary
Hmm.
line.
Yeah.
Like I guess maybe like Bulbasaur to like Venusaur. It's like you can like it's still the same thing, but like it's different.
There's
Like
there you can tell the differences. Yeah, yeah, I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
like the MJF we have now is like very different, but also the same thing.
Yeah.
Um So, kind of, I guess, kind of like if you were to start like a my player, and
Hmm.
you can keep dumping points into your overall. Like this was kind of like you're starting like 68 overall MJF, and now he's like your maxed out cap breakers like MJF that you have.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no. Anyway, match starts. I get a lockup. MJF trips Brandon Cutler, which I think this is so funny. I mean, it's MJF, so it's like you can just feel it, and to have such a dork like Brandon Cutler, like this worked out really well.
It did. It
MJF
did.
MJF sends Cutler into the turnbuckle. Beautiful backflip over MJF. And then Brandon Cutler bitch slaps the fuck out of MJF, which is crazy. Um, I feel like we're not gonna. I feel like you can't go a match tonight without a botch.
No, you
Brandon Cutler
can't.
almost botches a code red, um, from the ring apron to the inside. MJF then rakes the eyes. MJF rings his arm over the top rope and sends Brandon Cutler shoulder post, shoulder first into the post. And then MJF does some heel work real quick. Um, let's see here. Cutler sidesteps MJF, sending him to the outside. Suicide dive, followed up by like basically a Thaz press, like straight into it. Like
I
that was
liked
pretty
that.
cool.
I thought that was good. As much as I fucking hate Brandon Cutler and everything he stands for, which
Yeah.
is Dungeons and Dragons, fucking nerd. Um like tabletop games, you fucking losers. Play a video game. Fuck out of here. All you Magic the Gathering nerds, like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, look at me, I have a card. I put down this card and I get 12 shield points. Shut up, you fucking nerd. I got something to say. I got something to say to those goobers out there who fucking think that they could just play Magic the Gathering.
Shut your bitch ass
I got this
up!
LeBlanc card the other day.
Yeah, exactly. You
I
fucking
packed that. That was
nerd.
pretty cool.
Fucking nerd. Collect baseball cards like a real man. I'm
I have
kidding.
some
You know,
I got some football cards back there.
I got a whole
Yeah.
catalog of basketball cards in my desk.
I have some Pokemon ones in front of me. What do we got in here?
I think this note really sums up how
I
I
got this
felt.
EX Mega Flabebe
Oh shit. Oh, that's cool.
type shit.
See,
I
this note really helps solidify how I feel about this match. This match sucks. Cutler
got my
sucks.
Halucha. I got my Halucha collection.
Ooh,
The
nice.
wrestling themed dude. I'm working on a master set.
Oh,
This
nice.
shit's tough. I'm still missing my $80 card. I still need to get that. I'm broke.
But
Um
the biggest note that I have for this match sucks. Cutler sucks. He botched a move. MJF won. Moving on. That was the last note I
um
took. I fucking hated this match with every fiber of my being.
yeah, I mean I guess this the even more adequate. Cutler tweaks his knee going off the top rope. MJF then uses the referee to get a cheap shot. Salt of the earth armbar for the win.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
like a
standard
squash
shit.
match almost.
It was a
Yeah,
squash
like
match. It was a squash match, but I swear, one EVP, Cody, wanted MJF to squash Brandon Cutler. Two other EVPs, Matt and Nick, said, no, this is our best friend. He can't lose that bad. He's got to at least get a little bit of offense in.
mhm.
Like, the fuck? It's Brandon fucking Cutler. He's your camera guy for being the elite. He's not. Even the tag team he was a part of, the Cutler brothers, which were great. Don't get me wrong. Cutler
Oh,
brothers were a great tag team. But, like, dog, you were a great tag team. You're not a singles wrestler. They
I thought you
knew
were about to
that.
talk about the Initiative with Peter Avalon and
Fuck no, not the. I was
Leva
gonna.
Bates.
I mean, they at least when they put him with Peter Avalon, he had an identity. They were both fucking jobbers and losers. You know, at least he had
Yeah.
an identity that wasn't Dungeons and Dragons nerd.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't.
I guess once again, creative control's a bitch.
Yeah.
Because again, in hindsight, awful gimmick.
Yep.
Um, we got to ringside for CVV, Chris Van Vliet, for a ringside interview with Jay and Silent Bob. I wrote down
Woo!
CVV's voice is awful. Um,
Not suitable for TV at all.
yeah, no, definitely not. Um, yeah, they hype up the new Jay and Silent Bob movie coming out, featuring Chris Jericho, who plays a
Klansman.
Klansman,
Yep.
um, the leader of a Klansman group.
Mm-hmm.
So
Some would say
weird.
accurate depiction. Where was Chris Jericho's wife on January 6th? I'm
So the
leaving.
interview gets interrupted by Jack Evans and Angelico, TH2. Jay says they aren't good enough to win a match. True.
And then Private
um,
Party no clip into the shot.
yeah, dude, they fucking like SmackDown versus Raw like animation show up to back up Jay and Silent Bob.
Perfect
Very
perfect
interesting.
tag team to have backup Jay and Silent Bob, if you ask me.
Yeah, which makes me wonder why they're in the crowd to begin with. Like they didn't come from the back; they came from in the crowd to stand in front row with them.
Did you
Um,
one thing I heard, cuz okay, full transparency, I took one note on this segment and it was what the fuck was this? Exclamation point, question mark, exclamation point, question mark. And it was also my plus 10 of the night. Couldn't stand it. It was cringe, but I did hear Isaiah Cassidy, like Kevin Smith was like trying to get his like solo cup or whatever,
mhm.
and I heard Isaiah Cassidy go, "This ain't water, Playboy,"
No, I didn't hear that.
which which made me chuckle because I've been saying that a lot lately. Like Natalie will ask me what's in my cup, and it's water with like water flavoring, and I just say it ain't water, Playboy. Uh, so that's
Water flavoring. You mean like a okay? When you said water with water flavoring, I thought that was your bit. Is that it was? Oh, it's water flavored water. Like
no, I
that's
meant like the
the.
fruit punch flavor, like the Neo shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this
Um,
segment was my plus 10 of the night. Couldn't stand it. I love Jay and Silent Bob, but also it was just so awkward. You could tell that Tony Khan just let them go out there and say what they want and have a little fun with it, which is fine if the person knows the world of wrestling and knows how to cut a promo.
yeah.
Neither one of these dudes knew how to cut a promo. I'm pretty sure
Mhm.
Kevin Smith stayed silent to play the bit of Silent Bob the entire time too. Like
Did
I'm
he?
I
That's
don't
really funny if
recall
he
him.
did.
I don't
I
recall
thought
him
he said
saying
something.
anything. Maybe he said something off mic, but it wasn't picked up. But Jason
Um,
Mewes did most of the talking.
let's see. A tag team title tournament flashes up the bracket for that.
Hmm
For some reason, Dark Order has a first round bye.
They won a match at
Um,
Double or Nothing. They mentioned that on commentary. So that's how they got their
right.
first round bye.
Um, the rest of the bracket very interesting. Bucks versus Private Party in the first round. That match is almost iconic.
Hmm
For what happens. But also Lucha Bros versus Jurassic Express, and then Best Friends and SCU. Um, very, very.
I feel like what
Um,
it was a good bracket because I remember looking at that bracket back in 2019, and I remember genuinely being like, "Oh, any of these teams could come out victory, like come out with the
mhm.
dub and become the inaugural tag champs."
A thing that I thought about the more this was going on though is that there's a lot of tag teams on this roster. Like TH2 could have been in this tournament.
Hmm
Um,
But they suck. So
especially well, like so if you're trying to get because I felt like they were trying to get Dark Order over, which is why they gave them the win and give
hmm
them the first round bye to make them like they're like their business. But then to have them lose to SCU, even though they have a first round bye, that's like burying material right there. Um,
Yeah. No, I get
but
that.
speaking about SCU, we get an SCU hype video. We have them out in front of the White House. Scorpio Sky doing an Obama impression.
Very good
Um,
Obama impression too.
this was hilarious.
Yeah.
I loved this whole thing. They were still doing the "This is the worst city I've ever been in." Um, God, low key an underrated gimmick. Out of all the shitty creative control things, that is like the one where I was like, "Oh, well,
Yeah.
this is like very indie, but like, God, this is still good."
Because then it became a term of endearment. Like for a long time,
Yeah,
it was you wanted to be the worst town they were in. You know.
like this is yeah. No, SoCal Uncensored. This was good. I can see why they gave him the tag tournament win. They
Yeah.
were
They were
in their
over.
peak.
They were over too.
Um, we cut to real time. Tony Schiavone is interviewing SoCal Uncensored. SCU says it's going to be Christopher Daniels and Kaz in the tournament, which is interesting because the tournament ends with Scorpio Sky and Kazarian as the champions.
Does Dark Order not attack CD after their loss in the second round? And then that
Do
like
they? I don't.
I'd have to look into it, and maybe this
Yeah.
could be something we do. Like we slowly progress through Dynamites and stuff like that. Like eventually, because it'd be
Yeah.
nice. It'd be nice to follow through like on the tag tournament bracket and see how everything plays out. You know,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Um, very, very interesting to think about. The Lucha Bros come out. They interrupt. They face. I have it written down anyway. They face Jurassic Express in the first round. So it's weird for them to pull up in front of SCU. Like you're telling us, hey, this is gonna be the final,
Mm-hmm.
basically.
Mm-hmm.
And it was. So very weird. Actually a decent English promo from Phoenix. I don't know. I don't remember Phoenix being a good promo, especially like in hindsight, where like he works in the WWE now and he doesn't really cut promos, and I don't remember him being a promo guy in AEW.
Mm-hmm.
He actually cut a very decent English promo.
It's a damn shame
Um,
that they threw the Lucha Bros with Alex Abrahantes like immediately, and we're like, you guys can't talk anymore.
well, I think it's because Pentagon only knows how to say Cero Mero.
You didn't even say it right.
And
It's Seto
Cero
Miedo.
Murdo, whatever I've written down.
Jesus Christ.
Sarah Mamadou. And because he said his catchphrase, SCU has to yell SCU. It's just their catchphrase.
That was
And then they
cringe.
fight.
That was cringe.
And then they fight. It gets split up by security. With somehow I think Kazarian ended up in the wrong tunnel, so he had to like sprint back to his guys.
Did you notice that security, like could you tell that security was waiting at the ends of the tunnel?
Yeah, no, they seemed there.
Like you could see them, like the lighting, that's another thing that you could kind of tell this was the first show. Lighting was a little off, like on certain spots, like the tunnels were too lit because I saw the back of them and I saw the security guards standing there waiting, you know. Like so that took me out of it a little bit if I'm being honest, but yeah, TK will pay for fucking up with the Lucha Brothers, you know.
yeah.
Not selling their masks ever, like replica masks. You know, how did you not do that? Like WWE, that was the first thing they started selling when Penta got there was like
I
his
mean,
mask.
they learn over time. You know,
They
got.
learn over time, but like even
Well,
then,
not really.
like
They're just only selling Bandito masks. They're not
exact
really capitalizing on the rest of the luchadors.
sir,
Sorry,
my
I forgot.
yeah, I know you can't tell because my camera's not on Discord, but
My bad.
my Brody King ski mask begs to differ, sir.
Yeah. Um,
Can't wait to dress up as
yeah.
Brody King for Halloween and run around and be like, "Give me your money."
Oh shit! Give me your money, it's crazy.
Trick or treat, trick or treat. Yeah, $40 cash in the pillowcase now.
Or else you get hit with the Gonzo bomb. Fuck you. All right, match 3 of the night. We get Hangman Adam Page versus Pac.
Hangman had trunks on. Ew.
Yeah, Hangman in the chaps with the vest, bandana, and trunks.
Ring of Honor Hangman Page if I've ever seen it.
Yeah. Which I'll bring this up now. Hangman has gotten into great shape.
Yes. Yes.
Over the years. Like this match, I was like, oh, like okay, no, like he definitely, I guess, was
A little
like he
pudgier.
wasn't like out of shape, yeah, but like it was like, oh, okay, like I can appreciate
You could tell he was
his work.
enjoying a couple more beverages, after shows probably back then,
Yeah.
A couple more Coors
Um.
banquets, no big deal.
Pat comes out to out of my head. You're out of time with a long intro. Like I said earlier. Um. We have, and then this is where I took my hard cut. So everything else beyond this point, I watched today. Um, so we cut back from break. Pac is out of the ring for some reason. And JR says Pac is having issues.
Yeah, I
What
tried to
happened?
I tried to look into it. I think they just had to come up with an excuse to not miss any of the match because they didn't do picture in picture.
Oh, Pac is
Um,
having issues. Okay.
all right, yeah,
Yep. Sure. Whatever
sure.
you say, man. Um, a small exchange between the two. Nothing too crazy.
Hmm.
Pac powders to the outside of the ring. Small brawl on the outside. Um, Paxton's and Hangman. Hangman with a suicide dive. This was the first move that Hangman did where I was like, it's been a minute since I've seen Hangman do a suicide dive.
Hmm.
And as the match goes on, the more and more I'm thinking, I'm like, I haven't seen Hangman do that in a either I haven't seen a Hangman Page match in a minute, which is could be the case. He just returned.
Hmm.
Um, but like I like the fuck? Like, when did he stop doing that? Like, because I feel like all these moves are very like, oh, that's vintage Hangman. But I'm like, when did he stop? Like, that's I don't know.
Yeah.
Hangman, then does the Hangman fallaway slam into Kip Up into running shooting star press.
Oh.
Um, I wrote, holy shit, Hangman was a fucking dog. Um,
Still is, dog. What are you talking about?
I mean, no, don't get it twisted. I mean, Hangman is still that fucking guy. But it's weird that he got into better shape over the years, but he like cut these moves out of his arsenal. Like,
It's almost like a
I don't
reverse
know.
Stone Cold. Like you know how Stone Cold broke his neck and had to change into a brawler like type fighter. He was less technical
Yeah.
and everything like that. Hangman was like, "All right, I'm not injured. I'm just gonna trim down and I'm gonna wrestle a more methodical Randy Orton style pace." Which
Yeah.
even still, he's faster than Orton. I'm not trying to say
Hmm.
he's like
Oh,
super
definitely.
slow, but like he definitely like, especially like his matches with Swerve. They're like
Mhm.
very methodical. They're still fast paced, but like he can slow it
Is it
down too.
is it weird to say that I think he wrestles more like a main eventer now?
Oh no, for sure. That's
Hmm.
factual. He knows his
Okay.
place. He knows
Yeah.
exactly where he is on the card now. Like he's either opening the show to get the crowd hyped up because he's the most over act, or he's ending the show because Tony Khan is strapping him up again to take the belt off him in a month.
Yeah. Let's see. Paxton's Hangman outside. A very scary looking moonsault from Pac off the second rope. I thought it looked weird, like his arch on it. And then they did a a replay of it.
Mm-hmm.
And like it looks like his foot kind of clips the top rope. Like that could have been
Mm-hmm.
real bad. Um, Pac sends Hangman into the ring, and then it hits a very like weird off looking springboard 450 out of the corner.
Yeah.
Um, Pac gets up, he gestured, he like kind of like looked over at the ropes and like kind of gave a look like something was off.
Yeah.
Based off of his movement, I would definitely believe it. Like it looked
Mm-hmm.
weird. I don't know if he's just like by this point, I don't know if he was still wrestling in Dragon Gate
I
for a
think he
little
was.
bit.
I think he was because it wasn't too far after this that he went back and was gone for a little while and was wrestling primarily in Dragon Gate and was like their top champion again for a minute.
Hmm. Um, let's see here. Let's see.
Oh,
Excalibur says Avalanche Blockbuster. There's a follow slam off the top rope.
yeah.
Again,
Everyone's
some
gonna
weird
everyone's go-
Excalibur.
everyone's gonna Michael Cole once in a while. No big deal.
Yeah. Also, while this happened, was it? I think Jr. said, "Hey man, he completed his college degree in 2 years." It's like, okay, well, like he was a like substitute teacher, but okay, like something like that.
He was
Um,
he was a legit teacher, I think.
he was a real teacher. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what he did before going full time with Ring of Honor.
I was like, he's a teacher, which is crazy to think about how he went over to wrestling because I feel like he probably made more money working Ring of Honor
Uh,
than he did being a teacher.
State of Virginia teacher pay. Let's look that up real quick.
Ooh, in like 2016.
State of Virginia teacher pay in 2016. Let's find out. In 2016, the average public school teacher pay was approximately $55,553, according to the Virginia Department of Education. That's not terrible.
Bad. Yeah, no. I mean, I think that's. I mean,
mean,
definitely not as good as Bullet Club money.
No.
Especially during that time.
Also, like, not as bad of a teacher pay as like here in North Carolina. We're like 48th out of 50. So
Yeah, no, it's rough over here.
yeah.
Let's see. Pac goes off the ropes. Page catches him. World's strongest slam style, where he's like perpendicular in his arms.
Mm-hmm.
He then tosses Pac up, up and behind him, and then hits a cutter.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is 2019 Hangman on? That shit was crazy. I don't think I've ever seen that. Period. Like that shit was crazy looking. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Like, the move that he hit there.
Yeah.
That shit was nuts. Let's see. I wrote at 53 minutes and 40 seconds. It appears a fan is spinning an invisible towel in the front row. I later on see this fan, and I think he was doing a lassoing motion.
Mm-hmm.
I think, like trying to I don't know, get something over for himself maybe with Hangman. I don't know.
I think it's supposed to like represent the bull rope around Hangman, like the noose. Like, get the noose, hang him. I think
he was doing like a lasso, but there was like people in the audience with like towels, like how they do like the terrible towel bit, even though they were in the Washington Wizards arena.
It's because everyone was a huge fan of Britt Baker, who's from Pittsburgh.
On this show, I was not a big fan of Britt Baker.
No, and we'll get to her.
we'll get into that. So invisible towel guy, I guess, was lassoing. Packet's in control for a minute. I read stuff happens. ... I don't know. I was dealing with a coworker at that moment, so I didn't really. I wasn't really too locked in. Hangman moonsault to the outside. Hell yeah.
Did you hear? Did you hear? I don't know when this happened in the match, but I did have to write it down because it was the only time I paid attention to commentary. Fucking Tony Schiavone fat shamed Conrad Thompson, and was like, "Oh, I see Conrad," and JR was like, "Oh, I see Conrad Thompson in the front row," and Tony Schiavone goes, "Yeah, how can you miss him?" Like, fuck you. Thompson. The podcast guy who did like 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff, did the first like season of Angles Pod with him. He's a bigger fella. I'll admit he's a bigger fella.
Frank.
Okay, I thought you were Logan.
He looks pretty huge.
Yeah, like you like my dad joke.
Tell me why. I look up this dude Conrad Thompson and like there's photos of him, and then in the images list there's a photo of Akeem the African Dream.
He does kind of look like Akeem the African Dream, bro. That's fucked up.
Some photos of him and Hogan. Give a couple of photos with him and Hogan.
Oh, that sucks. Imagine getting pictured with Hulk Hogan. Ugh.
That probably happened in the stuff happens section of my notes.
Yeah.
Pac dodges a buckshot lariat. Let's see, there's almost a ref bump, but they stop themselves. This is where Pac is very angry, low blow to Page.
Mm-hmm.
That's followed up by a black arrow and a brutalizer. That gets him the win.
Yeah. Pac starts off his AEW career 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
Which this is when the wins and losses really mattered.
Yeah, they were very honing in on these wins and losses mean something within like this whole episode, really.
Yeah.
And it's just not something that works out for them.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some people lose eventually, and it's like this kind of leads into that whole dark period with like AEW Dark,
mm-hmm.
Where it's only used for enhancement. It's not even like a secondary thing anymore.
Yeah.
That's a show we should react to. The first episode of AEW Dark. Holy shit, that would
great idea. Great idea.
Write that down. Write that down.
I actually will write that down.
Yeah. We get a hard cut, probably a commercial break. We go into women's action. Britt Baker, her stuff comes out. I thought she was coming out to cut a promo because she came out in clothes. But she comes and joins the commentary team, which I guess by this point I forgot because I watched this episode a month split. I when she started walking to the side of the stage, I had no idea what she was doing. I forgot commentary was up there.
Yeah.
Let's see. It also shows us a recap of I think what was it? Double or Nothing? Was it All In Double or Nothing? What was the show?
Double or Double or Nothing. Double or Nothing.
Okay. Yeah, they bring Britt Baker out because they show a recap from Double or Nothing where they say B Priestley, which was a name that it's weird to hear brought up, because it's like I don't remember her specifically being with AEW for super long.
I swear she
or
was
for
there.
being even that impactful.
She was there on Double or Nothing, and then never made an appearance on Dynamite, like ever. Like she might have done some.
Right.
She might have done some stuff on Dark and whatnot, but I think because she was she still with Will at the time?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, she was with Will, definitely.
And I think they just brought her in as an in to try and be like, Will, come
I mean, she was pretty big in her own right though. Like
she was, but like at the end of the day, they didn't do anything with her, so it was obvious they just kept her on retention to eventually try and court Will, and then
I mean, 2019 Will, this would have been I
he
think probably the
just
beginning of
started.
his bulk.
I was about
Like
to say
never open weight Will.
just started bulking up and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, but yeah, no, B Priestley, formerly known as Blair Davenport.
Who?
It cuts to a thing of that was her purgatory name for 6 years.
Oh, you mean Paltanamo Bay?
The fucking Bermuda Triangle, the Bermuda Square Circle. Yeah, it shows us. They commentary describes it as her costing Britt her shot at the women's world title, but it just kind of looked like Britt hit her,
Yeah.
and then the clip just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
Like I thought Nyla, like in the clip, was gonna like throw Britt over, or I assumed it was a battle royal.
It was
Maybe a triple
it was
threat?
the casino battle royal. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happened. It was a weird recap.
Mhm.
Which okay, I'm gonna do a bit of glazing in this because you got my hopes up specifically by you saying that you watched this match and you texted me and you were like, "This shit rocks."
I didn't say this shit rocks. I did not say this shit rocks. I said this match was like pretty good or pretty banging. I did not say it rock. I'm gonna fucking look into this. Hold on. Bruh, where the fuck is it? Motherfucker, I don't have it, but you know for a fact that I did not say it rocks.
So Nyla Rose comes out, which I was very nervous with Nyla Rose because in the flashback she was wearing like the bright pink, like ugly gear. The gear, the entrance, the presentation, 10 out of 10. For Nyla, I feel like not being a big indie name with how very indie this roster was, holy shit. Like Nyla, I thought looked like a star.
She had it all together. She was ready.
Yeah. It then all gets ruined when the name graphic pulls up and it says Nyla had a 0-2-0 record. What the fuck? Why show this when this beast is wrestling for the world title? Like it actually like ruined like my like I was like, oh, I realized why this sucked, this records thing. Because like it just pissed me off.
I agree.
We cut to we go to Riho's entrance, where JR says, Nyla's got a huge size advantage. I'm not being rude. It's just data.
Shut the fuck up, JR.
Thank you. That's base, JR. Thank you for that. I appreciate that.
I'm not being rude. I'm just backing up the data.
I also wrote down, holy shit, was Rio really that boring? Because like I know her theme song's banging. She just kind of walked out in a robe, no like super baby face like motions or like crowd, just walked out.
Yeah.
Um, and I feel like this is gonna turn into me being a Riho hater throughout the course of this match, and I don't know how you feel about Riho, but
I don't hate her, but like I also like she's not my favorite
I've
Joshi that AEW's brought in. I
yeah.
understand that she's got a lot of history and capital within AEW because she was the inaugural champion, and
Uh,
Kenny is like best friends with her. You know,
yeah.
but
Um,
I prefer Hikaru Shida. I prefer Yuka
mhm.
Sakazaki. Like I prefer those other earlier Joshis.
Yeah, they brought up the fact that Riho got her spot in this by winning a triple threat against Nyla and Yuka, and which is weird because I was like, I didn't remember Yuka being like super AEW original.
Oh, she was. She was there
Like
like
it,
fight for
it
the
was
fallen and shit. Like she was there
it
from the
was
jump.
odd. I was like, I remember like not Nyla. I remember Riho and Shida. I was like, I don't really remember Yuka being super, but I was like, oh shit, like okay, that's cool as hell. Um,
Was Yuka not part of like the big Josie 6 woman they had at Double or Nothing? I think it was Double or Nothing. They did like Aja Kong, uh, and fucking Emi Sakura and Yuka Sakazaki versus like Hikaru Shida and like I'm forgetting the two other Joshis at this point, but like
I don't maybe. I mean, I like if you were to say who were like the big three like Joshi women that came over, I would have probably said Emmy as my third. Like I don't know, it was weird. Like
Emmy was super popular because of the Queen gimmick that she was rocking at the
yeah.
time.
Um, and we get into introductions from Justin Roberts back from commentary, or not from commentary, commercial break. He doesn't give Nyla a birthplace, which I thought was interesting. Because then commentary kind of goes like in
Into
on their own
her
and
Oh well,
bring up
Nyla's
that she's
from Washington D.C. She
yeah,
got the
and so
home
I'm kind
court
of like,
advantage.
why? Like, I guess why not bring it up if you didn't want Riho to get over from this match? Like, with how badass Nyla was in this match, and like if you were to bring up that like, oh, like she's the hometown like person, oh dude, the crowd would have went fucking crazy for Nyla.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, hell, if you would have done that and then all of a sudden made this match a squash match,
Mm.
that would have kicked so much ass.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Um, yeah, but Riho gets she's from somewhere in Japan. I didn't write it down. Um,
Ryogoku? No, that's Ryogoku, Japan. That's that right?
yeah, somewhere. Um,
Jesus Christ.
I said Riho some lame looking offense. Nyla cuts her off just about immediately. Riho gets some momentum back. Goes for a double foot stomp, but Nyla just stands up. That shit was so fucking cool.
That was
Um,
beast.
that got a pop from me crazy.
It got a pop for me too.
Um,
Yeah.
and wrote, "Holy shit, Britt is so bad at commentary. Yikes." Um,
Okay, that's
I guess
interesting. I have written down Britt Baker's commentary feels like 2K ad libs. It feels
so bad.
like when you just like do a move and they're like, "Oh wow, what a maneuver!"
Yeah, like I guess Britt was I guess Britt was like not always a good promo. I guess I feel like I remember Britt being a very good promo, like in just in my mind, but I guess that wasn't always the case.
Mm-mm.
Um,
I don't remember her being a good promo ever.
oh,
Like, so maybe we'll have differing opinions on that later down on the line. Maybe I'll change my mind. But as it
well,
stands, I the
I like
only
the part
thing
where she goes DMD.
yeah, it's about the only thing I like from her. Because it would suck.
And
Because for dentists, and this is only something I know because of Natalie.
okay,
It depends on where you go to school if you're a DMD or DDS, right?
mhm,
So imagine if she was DDS. That sounds so much worse. She's very lucky that she was DMD,
yeah.
because it just
Is
sounds
Natalie gonna
better.
be DMD?
I believe so.
Okay,
I'd
sounds
have to,
better. So
I'd have to double check and ask with her, but
yeah, that'd be rough if it was DDS.
yeah. Well,
I'm just playing. Nyla hits gets an STF on Riho. She looks like she's gonna fucking kill her. Which like I don't know who do they have agents in AEW?
yeah, like producers and shit.
Um, I feel like this match was like
Oh, Kenny
I
was
feel
the
like I would
agent
have
for this
almost
match. Kenny was the agent for this
I
match. You know that. You know that for a fact. And
I hate that. I hate that so much.
I know that makes it 10 times worse what you're about to say, but you know Kenny was the agent because Kenny was in charge of the women's division for like the first year.
So Riho, who commentary has said is 98 pounds, and Nyla, who has a what was the quote? Just a huge advantage, a huge size advantage. Um, with an STF with the leg hooked and just basically laying on top of Riho because Riho doesn't have the fucking elbow strength to even get the chin up.
Mm-hmm.
Um, crawls to the rope to get a rope break.
Yep. Yep.
Whatever.
Ring
Whatever.
psychology was not a big thing in AEW at first. Like the whole concept of, okay, you are bigger than me. I physically should not be able to crawl. Like this is one thing I learned in wrestling school is like if the person's bigger than you, you have to you got to be able to play down or play up depending on the size difference. You
Yeah.
know, and if you can't do both, you're going to be at a huge hindrance. And not saying that Riho can't do both, but yeah, you're right. It felt so odd. It felt out of place. It felt unnatural, and it took
Yeah.
me out of it a little
Yeah.
bit. Like,
Yeah. Same. Um, see, Riho then hit some Joshi looking knees. I where aka Joshi knees, as in you just kind of throw your body weight knee first at your opponent.
mhm,
Except Nyla is too fucking tall, so Riho's just kind of throwing these knees at like mid level height.
yeah,
But Nyla anyway just fucking sells her ass off for these, which is,
mhm.
I mean, I feel like I can't say enough good things about Nyla in this match, and I feel like she gets repaid very well for it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
In
for
terms of
sure.
AEW. Riho goes off the top rope to the outside. Nyla with a great catch, considering
Ooh,
that Riho was headed straight for the ground, didn't aim anywhere on Nyla. Riho was going,
Nyla caught her at the absolute last possible fucking second.
ooh,
What a trooper for that.
like it was
Cause
to the
she
point
could
where
have,
I thought Riho was gonna hit
cause she
the
easily,
dip, and then
yeah.
oh my god,
Nyla easily could have been like, ah, fuck this. I ain't risking an injury. I'll let her fucking tumble, right?
yeah, mm-hmm,
But Nyla was like, nah, let me protect my coworker. Let me protect her
yeah,
and try to catch her. And try she
um,
did because she fucking muscled her up. I mean, it's only 98 pounds. It's like not that big of a deal,
yeah. But I
like,
mean, also like that's some with that moment, like she was headed straight for the ground. It's
oh,
like she
for
was
sure.
trying,
Yeah.
like, to have that kind of strength to like counter that momentum back
Yeah.
straight up, like Nyla. I don't want to downplay that. Nyla's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
That shit
The
was
native beast.
true. Then very native to DC. Um, let's see. Nyla then just starts throwing chairs around, which also makes me think like, okay, did they not want to say the name of where she was from to maybe like if they wanted to dabble in kind of the native beast, like, oh, I'm wild, like, look how I'm throwing these chairs around, like, I don't
Yeah.
know if they were trying to leave that window open or what.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, makes a pile of chairs over by the entrance ramp and lays Riho on it. And I'm sitting here like, I guess this isn't going to be a disqualification. Like if you're just going to hit her while she's on them.
Yeah.
Then Nyla does a swanton, which I was like, holy fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Onto the pile of chairs. That kicked ass.
That popped me
Crowd goes
huge.
nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy. Um, let's see. Then Rio hits a double foot stomp off the apron. Um, let's see. Sends Nyla back into the ring. Rio then hits another double foot stomp onto a standing Nyla from the top. And then locks in just an awful looking crossface. Um, like Nyla had to like put her arm in between Riho's legs because she was just kind of sitting there cranking on the head, and Nyla was like, "Okay, well, I'm like fucking lock this shit in, like
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck." So, but yeah, no, Nyla then was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna roll out of this."
Mm-hmm.
Um, some little bit of offense from Riho. Riho hits the ropes, and looks for a float over crucifix. But Nyla kind of just holds ground. And then falls straight backwards into kind of like a low Samoan drop slash like air raid crash with like the headlock. I thought that looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Nyla then hits the rope hung knee drop from the top, um, which just looked awesome. I mean, just like it didn't wait too long, but it had like enough suspense. Like, oh, it was so good. And the crowd ate that shit up too. If the match would have ended from that, they would have been content. Like they really would have.
Yeah.
Um,
That really woke the crowd up too. I feel like
Mhm.
the match, like they were definitely involved in the match for a majority of it, but that really got them like cooking. They were like, oh shit," which
Yeah.
sucks because the match was over soon after,
hmm
Um,
Um, yeah, Nyla, back in to the STF in the center of the ring, and I'm kind of sitting here. I'm like, okay, how is Riho getting out of this? Because like low key, I would have ended the match. Like the leg is hooked. It looked almost like a choke at this point, not even like across the face, just like boom
and
along the neck.
she sold it as she passed out, right?
Yeah, no, I wrote Riho fucking dies, and then Nyla just lets go.
No, 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 no. It was that shitty doo-doo ass ref Paul Turner fucking sitting there and he waves it off. He's like, no, no, she's still good. She's still good. And then Nyla lets go right at the same moment. So it's as if Paul Turner was like, no, she didn't tap. She's not passed out. But Paul Turner, raise her arm up, do the 1, the 2, the 3 with her arm. Anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Um,
I fucking
just
hate Paul Turner.
like I don't know. It was just so like I was like that should have just been the finish. That should have been it. Um, then they go for a hope spot, where Riho, um, I just don't know what the fuck happens here. I don't know if Nyla was like didn't throw herself over far enough. But like Nyla, like they're doing like a back body drop thing from a power bomb.
Mm-hmm.
And Nyla just kind of starts going up, and then just Riho crumbles.
Yep.
And it low key just about drops Nyla on her fucking head.
Yep.
And I wrote, way to fuck up the comeback spot, like, because like the going over, the crowd were like literally about to blow up.
Yeah.
And fucking it botches.
Yep.
Um, let's see here. Then Riho goes up for a power bomb and about fucks that up too. She about fell on her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and like she just barely was able to stumble up enough to get the roll up there.
Yeah.
With the leg lock roll up. Then Nyla hits a Death Valley driver, kicks at it too somehow.
And that DVD looked nasty.
Yeah, no, that shit was like, yeah, all right, like I'm gonna like fuck, like I need to fucking kill you real quick to
Yeah.
rebuild this up.
Yeah.
Then Nyla goes up. Riho hits a avalanche Northern Lights, which luckily this woke up the crowd, but like it just kind of looked like Nyla did a front roll, like.
Mm-hmm.
Nyla dodges a running knee strike, but then Riho comes back and hits it from the back, and then follows it up with another knee strike to the face to win the world title. Rough.
I mean,
Um,
in the moment, I thought the match was good because I was really fucking invested in Nyla more than anything.
yeah, no, Nyla looked fucking amazing.
Like this sold me
Um,
because is Nyla still with the company and just hasn't been around in a while?
I've been seeing Nyla recently be doing tag work in, I think it might be All Japan, I think,
So is
or it could be
she
Pro
not?
Wrestling Noah.
Oh, if she's with Noah, then she's not with AEW anymore because
Yeah.
Noah has the WWE partnership
Um,
or
I hear
did.
I'm not too certain.
Because she
Um,
still like will post about Dynamite and stuff on her Twitter. She's a great Twitter follow, by the way. She's fucking funny as
mhm.
hell.
It could be DDT. I'm not 100% on which one it is.
But
But I know she's in Japan right now doing tag stuff.
it'd be great. It'd be great if they brought her back. I think
Um,
because
yeah, no, definitely. I
she's
mean,
probably only gotten better with time. You know.
and it's weird because it's like low key. I'm sitting here. I'm like, how is Nyla not a bigger star than this? Could have been your awesome Kong. Like this could have been
Oh,
amazing.
yeah.
Um,
Should have been their awesome Kong. Should have been.
yeah. Um,
Instead, Britt Baker was their Gail Kim. Ugh. That's an apt comparison, by the
Fuck
way.
you. I hate that. I hate that so much. Michael Nakazawa comes out. Forgot he was a person. He comes out to
How
translate for an
dare you?
interview.
He was literally just on
Um,
beach break last week with
oh,
Kenny.
I didn't watch it.
Oh,
Um,
well, I did. All right.
Michael Nakazawa comes out to translate for an interview. Nala then breaks it up, and they almost sandbag the fuck out of Nakazawa, Bob Holly style. But she gets him back up, power bombs the fuck out of him,
Mm-hmm.
and then looks to go for a Death Valley driver on Riho. But everyone's favorite women's wrestler comes out for the save. Not Britt Baker, who is on commentary, who is a face. Kenny Omega
Dude,
comes out for
my
the
favorite
save.
women's wrestler of all time, Kenny Omega.
Dude. All right. Sure, man. Whatever needs to happen here. Which is weird because I get it, like, it hard cuts and then he comes back out for his entrance. But before I get into that though, I've just something right here. I said, in my opinion, wrong person won tonight. Nyla made Riho look like $1 million, and I think AEW knew this too. They would soon put a belt on Nyla after this, and then they would slowly make Hikaru Shida the primary Japanese babyface.
Yep.
Very, I think.
Yeah. I'd agree with that.
They wasted no time being like, I don't think Riho is that.
Mm-hmm. For sure. I mean, like you said, Nyla would get her flowers eventually for this. You know, I think they realized, like you said, they realized that Nyla was probably the better choice, you know, in hindsight, and so they rewarded her big time for it.
Mm-hmm.
One thing we haven't mentioned, dude, that first iteration of the women's belt sucks, right?
Oh, dude, it's so shitty and small, and it's not giving title. It's like,
it's giving a belt, belt buckle.
Yeah, like a literal. It looked like it should have went on Sammy Guevara's trunks.
That's where his belt went. Duh.
There we go.
That makes sense. They took Hangman's belt buckle, put it on Sammy's belt strap, and said, "Yeah, this will work."
Yeah. It looked so ass. God, I can't get over it. Hard cut again. Commercial break. Commercial hard cut. We get the BTE entrance with, I don't know,
elite. The
whole
elite.
Entrance
the elite.
Bad.
Yeah, I agree.
Like it was the BTE
theme
like
music
show, like, yeah, theme music where they're like super kick party, like the crowd was very confused. They kind of like babyface generic walked out to the ring. There wasn't no really like super big, like there was the money cannon, and there was like, you know, some of the poses, but like I don't think the crowd was really feeling it. It was a very underwhelming presentation for it being the main event. And these are like your big EVP like guys. Weird.
So, question about Kenny's gear. Was that Razor themed gear? Like Razor, like the.
Oh, I remember it being green and black. Was that what it was supposed to be? Was like
it looked like the Razor. It looked like the Razor Snake on the side of his.
That's nasty if that's the case.
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and confidently say that it was, but I'm looking at my Razer keyboard that has the logo on it, and I'm
connecting the dots now.
And I'm connecting the dots because my like LEDs are like yellow green, like the same color ish as Kenny's trunks. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, and I'm like, yeah, this motherfucker was wearing Razor gear.
Can I like look this up real quick? Like if I can find a photo of Kenny real quick from this show.
Kenny Omega green tights.
I don't know. You look that up real quick while I'm giving more wrestling notes real quick of entrances.
Yeah, go ahead.
So we get entrance for Santana and Ortiz, Pride and Powerful. And like it's weird. I miss them together. This felt right. I loved the theme. I'm like the presentation. This felt good seeing them together. This was like right after they were doing LAX stuff in TNA, so they're still coming out with like the bandanas and the like very much like LAX presentation, just without Conan. This felt right. Like this was, and it's a shame that like, you know, AEW never put the belt on them because like they weren't. There was nothing wrong with Santana and Ortiz. They were great in-ring workers, which like I'll talk about in a little bit with this match. They were like super over like at one point. Like the music was there, everything was just there. Like it's weird. It's weird to think because like they can also do a promo. Like which is why like they didn't really need to pay Conan for like after they debuted. Like they just kind of let them cut their own promos.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, so it was Razor Gear.
oh, it was that's so lame.
He had a
That's so gross.
sponsorship with Razor while he was in New Japan.
Oh,
Like
that's kind of cool. Well, I guess if you were sponsored, then I'd let it rock.
but the fact that the Bucks had to be like, "Oh, we got to get green gear too." That's cornball.
yeah, it's a bit much.
Like
Um,
cuz they couldn't even
low
commit
key,
and do instead of their traditional like lightning bolts or whatever, they couldn't do like
yeah.
the little like razor snakes on the tights. They had to do like the bright green lightning bolts. It's like, "Come on, bro. Like just fucking commit. Be a nerd like Kenny for
Um,
5 seconds."
yeah. I'm actually checking something real quick. Which is this might be a crazy poll.
What?
Um, no, okay, because I remember the Bucks wearing the green gear for when we went to Dynamite recently.
Oh, they
Not the
were
same green
not the
gear.
same green
Not the
gear.
same.
No.
Yeah,
No, 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 no.
no. Anyway, Jericho entrance. This also felt wrong. Like
Mhm.
Jericho coming out to Judas,
Yep.
but there was no singing. Comes out in the Painmaker attire, no face paint.
Mhm.
Just this, and I like Jericho has a bunch of very iconic looks and moments. That's basically been his whole career is iconic bits. I guess people kind of miss the weird transition periods, like
Yeah.
that Jericho some like has too.
I think they're
This is
blind to
definitely
it.
one of
Not
them.
that they miss it. They're just blind to it. They're like, oh, the transition period between gimmicks. We forget about that
Yeah,
because the gimmicks themselves are so good, or whatever.
like this was the transition from his New Japan stuff, doing the Painmaker, to now coming over to AEW and doing the Inner Circle and the all that. And this is just a weird transition. Like it felt weird, just
Felt
weird
weird.
all around.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, but anyway, into the match. If Loki stop me when you need to get something in here. But like for time's sake, I might just run through all of this real quick.
Go ahead.
Um, so Santana starts with Kenny Omega. Jericho gestures for a tag. Crowd goes crazy. And then he tags in Santana again.
Yep.
Which more LAX Pride and Powerful Santana Ortiz Glaze. Seeing this version of Santana from 7 years ago feels incredibly weird to like how far he has come. Long hair, like he bulked up crazy. Like he really does look nowadays like a world champion, like how he did in like he just got done with his TNA World Title reign.
Yeah, now he's got
But
to go
anyway,
job out to Elio LaFleur on fucking NXT in the Performance Center. Fucking loser. You could have been a tag team champion. You could have made great money in fucking AEW with Ortiz. Been like a 4-time tag team champion probably at this point. And instead,
they would never let that happen.
and instead,
Um,
instead you're leaving TNA for the Performance Center. What a fucking dork.
I hope he does great.
I
Um,
I hope he fucking crashes and burns and gets released in a month.
I love Mike Santana.
Mm.
The Elite clear house to start the match. Nick does the dive through Matt's legs onto Santana Ortiz. Kenny poses up for the Terminator dive, and I'm sitting here like, for some reason, he's facing hard cam. And then Deja Vu hits like a truck.
Mm.
Um, and John Moxley slides crazy style into the ring, and just beats the shit out of Kenny. Um, they brawl over to the Death Riders entrance,
Oh, the
where there's a
they go over the shield corner as it's called in WWE. They fight over the
uh,
barricade and into the crowd and
yeah,
yeah, go to the Death
um,
Riders area.
they go over where there's a very comedically placed mop bucket set up for Kenny to hit a cleaner's cameo. Um, and they stumble into what they call the VIP lounge, which just kind of looks like a very makeshift looking living room setup.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Moxley then hits a Death Rider through a glass coffee table. Um, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
One thing I'll
that moment.
mention is Kenny was so fucking fast here. Like Kenny was moving and grooving. He had mileage on his body at this point, but he was still
Mhm.
moving. You know,
Yeah.
I I understand that he doesn't move that way anymore because of his battle and bout with diverticulitis. And fuck that thing, by the way. Like, fuck diverticulitis. That thing sucks.
Yeah, my mom's got it.
Really?
Yeah.
You know, it fucking sucks. And the fact that Kenny is still able to wrestle because of it, you know, like he lost like a bunch of his fucking internal intestines because of it, you know, and like just it sucks. But also, like, I'm glad that I can look back on it and I can be like, damn, at least he's still wrestling now. Like,
Yeah.
6, almost 7 years later, or 7, almost 8 years later at this point. No. No. That was so last month.
Sorry.
One,
Yeah, no, we get back to the match. Oh,
I was gonna say the other thing I noticed is that because we come back to the ring and it's now the Jacksons going at it against Proud and Powerful and Jericho, and Matt has a better spear than Jey Uso,
I
and
wrote
for
this down.
that,
Let me hear you say yeet.
did you hear it?
No, I didn't hear it.
Oh, what?
Hopefully it picks up on your thing.
It did pick up. It does pick up in my headphones. So like post production, like people will hear the yeet, and you reacted with it. So it's like you heard it. I got to figure out how you'll be able to hear it.
Oh, it was a yeet? I thought it was a what the dog doing. Okay.
No. Because it was Matt that did the spear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I know. I wrote Bucks are now 2v3, but holding their own. Matt Jackson hits a Usi looking spear.
Oh, it was better. It was.
No, it looked better. It did look better.
He actually followed through and went down with it. It wasn't a shoulder tackle.
It looked good. See, Santana and Ortiz isolate Matt with a beautiful tag offense. Matt gets his knees up for a lion salt, but then cuts off. He gets cut off before the tag. Matt then hits a corkscrew cutter out of the corner onto Ortiz. Oh my god, I can't speak. This better be your job next fucking retro.
It will be. It will be.
Fucking speak.
I didn't do. I didn't
gets cut off again.
I didn't do play-by-play notes. I did color. That's what I'm good at.
Yeah, I just wrote down everything. Santana gets hit with
boo fucking who? I edit the pod, you fucking dork.
Santana gets hit with gets caught in the locomotion Northern Lights. Ortiz comes in and then he also gets stuck in that as well. Which results in a Nick Jackson hot tag under Pride and Powerful. Nick is going.
Still got it, man. Nick is the greatest hot tag in professional wrestling.
It was really good, especially on the threes. That shit fucking hit.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is okay. Here's the kind of thing that I realized. I think in this hot tag, seeing Nick hit a hot tag on the 3 people, is that like trios wrestling is so good. Like this was peak, even though like it was like a 2-on-3. Really, no one person felt out of the match for super long.
Yeah.
Obviously, besides from Kenny.
Yeah, for sure.
But like it's so weird how like amazing like a trios match like this can be, and then like how long it took them to make a trios belt, and kind of now how pushed to the side it is in the company.
The trio
and how it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, the trios belt showed up too late, and then by the time like they were ready to start using it, there was no trios. It was poor timing. Just poor timing on TK's part. If he wanted to be super different, he would have introduced trios belts before regular tag belts.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Just a thought. You know?
Yeah, no, it was weird because they signed a bunch of trios talent at the beginning of this year. For now to kind of all dissolve a little bit.
And some of it's not their fault, like the dogs.
Yeah.
Like you can't get upset that like
kid got injured.
Yeah.
Now he's preoccupied doing other shit.
But then,
okay, whatever.
In the same vein, you have like how many different trio iterations of the Don Callis family, and they've only won the trios belts once.
Yeah, and I mean, like, you also have like the Rascals, who are like a common.
Where are they?
Collision.
No, they're not on Collision because I watch Collision. I haven't seen them.
Honor.
I was about to say Ring of Honor.
They just did a Collision match against Mystico, Speedball, and Bandito. That was a really good match. It could have been better though.
Save my boy Speedball, bro. Come on.
Yeah, literally.
I'm gonna get you out of there.
All right. Anyway, so Nick hot tag. Nick is going crazy. hitting some crazy inside-outside sequences onto Jericho, and then Ortiz. Then he finally hits a dive onto Santana, and then he poses crazy style as he is straddling Santana. I wrote, this is COD teabag levels of disrespect. Like,
Yeah.
this looked diabolical.
Yeah.
Bucks look for Meltzer driver, but Jericho catches Nick with a code breaker out of midair. Pride and Powerful then beat the shit out of Matt as they Irish whip him into a Judas effect. That shit looked pretty. I know a lot of
Good
people,
little-
especially in this time, were like hesitant on the move into Judas effect. I could say it aged well. It
Yeah.
aged better over time.
Yeah.
Like 100%, and especially the Irish whip into it. It looked really good here with Matt selling it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jericho gets the pin on Matt, and heels pick up the victory.
And that's the end of the show. Nothing happened. No shitty ass fucking stupid idiot debuted for the company who just got knocked out in Power Slap. Fucking loser. Nobody showed up. That was it. What a great show, right? That's how it ended. Psych.
He'll start beating up on the Bucks. Cody comes out for the save since he got his ass beat by Jericho earlier in the night. Obviously, Sammy Guevara then comes out, which is interesting. I don't know what was going. I don't know if in my storytelling brain, Cody comes out, or like Cody's standing there and he looks at Sammy. He hesitates because he's like, "Well, you didn't beat me up earlier, but like, do I fuck with you?" In reality, it might have just been Sammy skipped a beat.
Yeah.
And so it didn't. But Sammy just straight kicks Cody in the balls. And then starts beating the shit out of him. Huge pop. I'm expecting like, it's weird. I didn't expect who came out, but like in the moment now it kind of makes sense. I was expecting Hangman or someone just because of how early like that elite stuff was kind of happening, especially in the tag division with Kenny and the Bucks and
it's
Hangman and all that.
Come on, say it! Fucking say it!
Dustin Rhodes.
It's the big gold one! It's gold dust!
Bro was bright red. He didn't wrestle on the show. Full gear and makeup. Crazy looking. He like kind of slaps the heels around for a little bit. Finds Sammy, just kicks him in the balls. I thought that was hilarious. And I thought that was very like, oh, like, if only they knew. Like that they would both be shitty and
the Sons of Texas.
The Sons of Texas. And Dustin would like beat not Kenny. Dustin would not beat Kenny. Dustin would beat Sammy for the TNT title. Let's see, and then I wrote Power Slap loser Jake Hager comes out for his debut. Which my dad brought to my attention. He lost that Power Slap match. Do you know who he lost it to?
Former TNA guy, right?
Yeah, Mahabali Shira, former TNA / like OVW guy, current OVW guy.
Current OVW? Jesus Christ.
Yep, bro's like Alcino's bestie, I think. Crowd is going crazy as Hager beats down everyone. I wrote down hindsight is a bitch.
Bro, if I'm Tony Khan and I see how many times this guy has popped off on the internet and said, "Fuck you, Tony Khan. Bitch, I gave you a job for 4 years. I fed your family. I made a purple hat over for you. And all you have to say to me is fuck you?" Yeah, bro, nah. Like, and he acts like that's his way back into WWE by like shitting on Tony Khan. Like Triple H is gonna come calling. Bro, nobody wants you except the fucking CTE study people because you were a former collegiate wrestler, a regular professional wrestler, and now you're doing Power Slap and you did Bellator.
Did MMA. Yeah.
Bro, your brain is mashed potatoes. They just want to study you. No one cares. Like, fuck off, bro. He's and the crowd chanting "We the People" at him was the icing on the cake for me. Like, they remember you for your shitty gimmick, and that's it.
Heels put the faces in a pile in the center of the ring as they chant "We the People." Then they then set a small table in the ring. Kind of looks like an end table, but they're calling it a podium.
Looked like a nightstand.
What they were doing here. Yeah, I didn't know if they were gonna do like a like a little bit of the bubbly bit, like put the champagne on the table kind of thing.
Yeah.
No. Hager decides to grab the biggest motherfucker in the ring, Dustin Rhodes.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes for a fucking gut wrench powerbomb on this table. And
Broke Dustin's back. Broke Dustin's
it looked
back,
good.
bro.
Yeah, it fucking crippled him. But like that shit looked pretty cool, low key. And Jericho did it probably just for safety reasons, but he fucking like also put his hands up in there, kind of spiked him with it. A spike gut wrench powerbomb, low key. I kind of eat that shit up, low key. That it looked really nice onto that table. I would maybe eat that shit up if a tag team started doing that.
Yeah.
But yeah, show ends with camera panning across Jericho's inner circle as he hits a crazy looking emote into the camera. He hits one of these.
Yeah.
Um,
One of your outro segs.
literally. The camera zooms in on Hager's face. I wish I could say how iconic this was, but if it was literally anyone else.
Yeah. Real shit.
And that's how the show ends. That's Dynamite for you. That's the first episode.
I mean, I think indicative that it was obviously their first show, first live like weekly TV show. You know, there was about, like you said, there was a botch every match, you know, or at least every match. There was things that obviously ran long because it felt like they rushed that final like match, and that especially the post match segment, you know.
Yeah.
But like for only having one +10 moment of the night for me personally, did you +10 at any point, like through any segs or anything?
I didn't want to. I powered through a lot of it.
I just couldn't do the TH2 thing, man. I've never been a fan of Angelico and Jack Evans. Like I was never a fan of them as a duo. So I was okay with +10ing that because I kind of got the gist of it was just to promote Jay and Silent Bob 2.
Yeah.
But overall, I'd probably give the first episode of Dynamite like a 7.5 out of 10. Good show. Good show. Had some issues that needed to be worked out, and I think they got worked out over the next like couple of months and year and everything like that. But yeah, 7.5 out of 10 I feel like is pretty fair. Because I at least enjoyed the matches, and the crowd involvement made me enjoy it. If the crowd was completely dead for most of the stuff, yeah, you're probably looking at like a 3 or a 4. But the crowd was hype, you know, the feeling was there for the first episode of Dynamite, and I feel like that really carries it too.
Yeah. No, I'd probably give it like a 5 out of 10.
Middle of the road. Okay.
Yeah, because I think it's just one of those things where it's like for every good thing I could say, for everything that I'm like, this was perfect, like this aged so well, like there's one thing that I can say, oh, this was like, wow, this really, like, how did this make it to TV? Like out of all the people you could have put on to wrestle MJF, you put Brandon Cutler.
Yeah. That's really what
every
drags
MJF, there's a Brandon Cutler.
Yeah, that really drags it down for me personally, is the Brandon Cutler of it all. But everything else I thought was okay. Like obviously hindsight being what it is, Jake Hager being the big debut at the end of the show, maybe it wasn't the right decision. But who else was ready to come in at that point and like join the inner circle? You know?
Yeah, I mean, and it just makes sense. And I mean, like in a very indie looking world, he's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah,
he's a guy that, you know,
as
like,
Jericho's
don't know how
yeah.
his MMA record went. Like, you could say he wrestled in fucking Bellator and he's 6'5" and technically speaking, a world champion, former world champion. Like, and it puts him in a group where he doesn't have to talk either. He just has to literally stand there, which is like all he's good for, I think, at this point. So I mean, yeah. I mean,
well, I mean that's Dynamite. Anything else you want to talk about with this Dynamite before we power through Brain Rot booking real quick?
I gave that all my dimes in the episode.
Nice. All right. Well, that's it for this going retro segment. Let's transition to Brain Rot booking. This is where
Woo!
we do some short little like battle segments or whatever. I came up with the brain rot booking this time around. So Logan, I have some tasks or some bits that we're gonna do. The first one is simply guess the wrestler. So I'm gonna give you three
Okay.
very vague clues about a wrestler, and you're gonna have to try and guess the correct answer within those three guesses. If you get it on the first one, you get 3 points. If you get it on the second one, you get a point. And then if you get it on the last one, you get no point because like at that point you got all the hints. So like it should be they're very
So
vague, but
what if I don't
three
get it?
if you don't get it, okay, fine. You know what? We'll do 3 2 1. We'll do 3 2
Okay.
1.
I was like, if I don't get it, is it like in the negative at that point? Like I don't.
We'll do 3 2 1. We'll do 3 2 1. Okay. So starting off, I have the answers written on a sticky note in front of me, so it's not like I'm just spitballing here.
Okay.
So first up, first wrestler, first hint. He is an American patriot.
Uh, let's go with American Patriot. We'll go just easy. Throw Kurt Angle.
Okay. No, it is not Kurt Angle.
Figured.
Okay. The second hint. He is also affiliated with the country of Canada. Or has been in the
Oh.
past, I should say.
Has been in the past.
Yes.
Oh, let's go with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Ding 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 ding. It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Good job. Would you like to hear what the third hint was, just for shits and giggles?
Yeah, give it to me.
It's Kevin Nash's favorite wrestler.
The old
glory knee drop. Yes, sir. Shout out Deadlock.
Good shit.
Shout out Deadlock.
Nice.
Okay, good job. I was honestly hoping that would stump you a little bit, but I think this next one is going to stump you a lot.
Okay.
Okay. First hint. He has a brother. Okay?
He has a brother.
He has a brother. You want to throw out a guess or you want to just immediately forego getting 3 points?
There's a lot of brothers. I'll shoot. He has eight I don't know, the Undertaker?
No.
Okay.
He also is a father.
Is it Christian?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Funny you said that, because the third hint is his father is dead.
It's not Christian. He has a brother. Who the fuck? This is who am I supposed to know? Like
You were on.
If Undertaker wasn't the answer, his brother, dead father, he's a dad. I don't know if Kane's a dad.
Think about Ruthless Aggression era. You're on the right track. Say his name. Say his name. It's on the tip of your tongue.
Is it Kane?
It's Kane.
Oh, okay.
You remember Kane's
Who's
baby?
the
That's
father of?
Kane and Lita's illegitimate child.
Lita! Oh shit!
Yeah,
Oh,
dude, come on, dude. Snitsky.
Wow.
It's not my fault at Snitsky.
Damn it, dude! If I would have went the other way, I could have gotten that one. Fuck.
You could have.
Damn it.
That's why I wish you could see my face for this shit, because I literally was like, oh, he said Undertaker. He's close. He's gonna get it on the next one.
Damn it.
Okay.
Shit.
Last one. This one is super like a trick. A WCW legend.
That's the first one.
That's the first hint. Is a WCW legend.
I know you're a big. Since you already referenced that episode of Deadlock, I'll shoot La Parka.
No, it is not La Parka.
Okay.
He was a WCW United States champion at one point.
Okay, so like
literally anyone at that point.
I'll shoot Steve Austin.
No.
Okay.
Weird. I wouldn't call Steve Austin a WCW legend.
Well, I didn't know if you were fucking with me or not with that.
I mean, I am. Third hint. Dimes.
Well, if I didn't guess Steve Austin before, I would have said he had a neck.
Stacking dimes
and
for a
make
Nick.
yeah, dimes.
There's a phrase that he's known for that has to do with like dimes or dime.
I feel like I don't know if I know the promo, but like for some reason Sid is coming to mind.
Nope, not Sid.
No, not Sid.
I'll let you get
Man.
one more good guess in.
Dimes, U.S. champion, WCW legend.
Again, legend is like
Maybe.
legend is what I put in to like kind of throw you off the scent a little for shits and giggles.
Oh fuck. Because like my next guess was gonna be Scott Hall, but I'm like, oh, if he's not actually a legend, then I gotta
I mean,
fuck myself.
he was there until the very end.
Scott Steiner is a
No.
weird promo.
No, it wasn't a promo
Right.
that he's known for with dimes. It was getting shit on by Cody Rhodes because he never drew a dime. It's Disco Inferno Glenn Gilberti, dude. Come on.
God, I didn't even know he was a U.S. champion.
I had to look that up.
I could have remembered him being a cruiserweight champion, U.S. champion. I
He
could not
did.
have gotten.
I think he won it while he was a member of Misfits in Action. Because he was a member. Wasn't he a member of
What the
MIA?
fuck? Yeah, no, he was with them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, that's gonna
I
be a
don't-
fun short. Have fun editing that one.
Yeah, I know. Wow, I suck.
No, that one's actually pretty fun though. Okay. The next and final segment of today's episode is called Book It or Bury It. This is still part of Brain Rot Booking. So, Logan, I'm going to give you 3 hypothetical wrestling scenarios, and you're going to decide whether you want to book it, rework it, or completely bury it and not do it at all. And then I'll give
Okay.
you roughly like a minute to kind of explain your thought process, okay?
Okay.
All right. First up, we have a wrestling promotion with no title belts.
Yeah, I mean, just keep it a buck. I'm gonna bury that.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah.
Wrestlers who have nothing to fight for just feels like a hard way to make a wrestling promotion. Because then there's nothing natural.
Yeah, for sure.
You can have companies like you can have storylines, but to not have a world title like storyline to fall on is like there's no safety net.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Number 2, a John Cena PWG Bola run in 2016.
Is he still in WWE technically? Like, is he under WWE contract?
No, he decided that, like, let's say his contract was up and he was like, you know what? I'm going to go try the indies just for a little bit. I'll come back, but like, I'm going to go do the indies for a little bit. So he had his 2015 US title run where he did shit with Sammy and Pac and Kevin Owens. You know, so we're missing out on the AJ Styles stuff in 2016.
I would book it. I would book it just so I could rebook everything from this because I just googled who the winner of was for that.
Who was the winner in 2016?
Marty Scurll.
Okay, fuck yeah, book it.
So I'm gonna book it, and John Cena's winning Bola 2016.
Fuck yeah.
In fact, you know what? I'm gonna make this as simple as possible. This is the PWG that Cody debuted at. Fuck Cody, get him out of here. Cena's taking Cody's spot. He's joining Bullet Club and he's winning the Battle of Los Angeles.
Fuck yeah, dude! John Cena with the Bullet Club tee. Yes,
That's my Cena.
W. All right, last one because I've been seeing a lot of this like rumor and speculation, and I think it's just complete bullshit from like AI accounts. Dean Ambrose / John Moxley returns to the WWE. Ooh, he's thinking about this one, folks.
I'm thinking about it. Oh man, I don't even know what
and I'm talking like current day, like he's returning like at the end of this year.
I would rework it. And I would have him come back to the WWE, but I wouldn't have him sign a contract long term. I would sign him on specifically to do a Cody and Roman or a three-way for a Shield kind of thing. But he would come back specifically as John Moxley. He would be able to reference everything he's done outside of WWE just because it would be fair. Just to simply because he is on the level of those two stars, with all of his work that he's had everywhere else. So like I would have him be John Moxley, and I'd have him reference being an IWGP World Heavyweight Champion and an AEW World Heavyweight Champion and everything else he's done in between. But I wouldn't have him sign anything long term, simply just to do that program, be done.
Okay. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Well, with all that being said, that is it for this episode of Wrestle House. Let us know what you thought about it down in the comments below. Let us know what you thought about the idea of going retro. You know, it's not like we stole that idea of reviewing old stuff from Deadlock or anything like that. Who? Yeah, who? Tony Pizza Guy. Who the fuck is that?
Don't know.
Don't know him. I heard he's got a garden hose though for a fucking dick. Do you not know that?
Well, I didn't know that. That's fucking crazy.
You didn't.
I had no idea about that.
You don't know that bit? I saw Tony. I saw Tony Douglas at a at a Home Depot, and he looked like he was stuffing a garden hose down his pants. Oh wait, that was just his dick.
I think you're just speaking from experience from the Deadlock shows we've been to.
Sure, probably. Yeah, with that out of the way, as always, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay up with date with all things Wrestle House. I've been Ryan.
Still Logan.
That's right.
So what was my gimmick earlier? Shit, I forgot the gimmick. What's the callback? The hypochondriac. What the fuck was my gimmick? I'm the hantavirus.
Oh god. And we will see you guys next time. Peace. Okay.